Okay, so LSK elections are conducted by the IEBC, the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission. So the actual election process, the list of voters, the process of balloting on the day of elections, counting, and so on, is being conducted to a high standard. But in terms of the campaign process, I think there are lawyers who have expressed concerns about some of the methods that have been used for campaigning, and maybe the campaign sometimes has not reached the very high standard that a professional body should have, and there is room for improvement there. We have an electoral code of conduct, and I think we as the candidates, and of course our supporters and anyone who may choose to campaign for us, have a responsibility of upholding the dignity of the profession during the campaign. Ultimately, it doesn't matter who is elected as president, vice president, or any other position in the society. We remain professional colleagues. So we cannot burn bridges. It's not a life and death matter. Keep in mind, when you're elected to the council, even the president, it's not a full-time job. It's a part-time service to members that you do as you continue doing your job. You don't go to become president so that you earn a salary at the Law Society of Kenya. So it would be actually absurd that somebody decides to burn bridges, to destroy relationships, to damage their professional standards merely because they want to get elected. We will wake up on the day after elections and move on with life and smile whether you've won or you've lost. That's how we have to carry out our elections as our election process as lawyers and professionals.
Maybe just something aside from that, you did touch on the issue about the adhering to the rule of law, obeying of the court orders. In one way or another, you did fight, defend Miguna, who is currently unable to come in the country. Another aspect that was issue as a legal expert.
So my position is clear and unequivocal. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter your political inclinations or affiliations. The rule of law means that when the court makes an order, you respect and obey that order whether you don't like it or you like it. You don't respect and obey orders only because you like them. When Boris Johnson lost recently a decision in the UK Supreme Court on his prorogation of the United Kingdom Parliament, he had to accept. And I listened to his speech where he spoke and he said, even though I disagree with the judges, we have the best judges in the world and I respect their decision. That's what rule of law means. It means even when you don't like the decision, you accept it. So the courts have issued rulings, orders that Miguna should be allowed back into the country, even without a passport, with his ID. So how can government obstruct? It's unacceptable. And if I was looking at President Uhuru Kenyatta to his face, if I was looking to anyone, whether it is Raila Odinga, whether it is William Ruto, I don't care who it is, I will tell them, you must obey and respect court orders. Otherwise, how do you expect us as the citizens of this country to respect your authority if you cannot respect the authority of other institutions that have a constitutional mandate? I don't know whether it is a question of fear. Maybe there's a bit of impunity. Also, it is true that Miguna is a very tough talker, and he can try your patience. Sometimes you feel that if he was a bit more diplomatic, maybe this issue would not have become as much as it did. But I don't want to say that the government has any right to deny him entry into Kenya, even if he says anything that he wants to say. If they think he has committed an offense, they can take him to court, but not to deny him admittance. The court has said that he should be allowed back. Even the way he was kicked out of the country was illegal. And 2 years ago, I led lawyers in Nairobi in a public demonstration and manifestation. We had I think it was a yellow ribbon campaign saying that rule of law, court orders must be obeyed. You must respect if you want other people to respect. The taxman expects us to pay taxes. The government expects us to obey laws, so they should also obey laws. The judiciary is there to arbitrate between the government and the citizens and other individuals in the country. Everyone has to obey the law. And even the judiciary, mind you, has to be accountable in the exercise of their power. And the judiciary does make mistakes. When they make mistakes, you appeal. You seek to have the decision revisited. But you don't ignore it. You don't demean, you don't damage the standing of the judiciary by failing to respect what we've said. So my message to LSK members and voters is that on February 27, please do turn out and vote in large numbers. Please vote based on your conscience and your assessment, objective assessment of who is the best candidate for Kenya, LSK president in the next 2 years. And I do believe that when you do that fair objective assessment, you will find that I, Charles Kanjama, may be worthy of your honor. I do request your support and your vote so that we can work together to strengthen LSK, first for the benefit of the members and then for the benefit of the society at large.